Hey guys, it's Chris coming back with a new video. This is the start to a new series where I'm going to be going over NFL teams and their schedule for this season. Give my predictions, my thoughts on the strength of schedule, and overall just, my predictions on how each team's going to do. No better place to start than the NFC North. I'm obviously a Vikings fan if you saw my last video. So, I try to not be biased here, but, Skol. What better place to start than with the Vikings? Why not? I have the Vikings going 12-5 this year. Pretty tough schedule, if you ask me, but, let's go down the list here. Week 1, Chicago Bears, prime time. The NFL does such a good job at this, man. Just J.J. McCarthy under the lights for his first performance. Should be interesting. But I got the Vikings over the Bears week 1. Week 2, they play the Falcons at home. Another win. Week 3, home to the Cincy. I don't think they can beat Burrow and early on, mess around, find out the tweaks and stuff through the first couple games, but I have them losing to the Bengals week 3. Week 4, Pittsburgh Steelers, they'll win that one. Week 5, Browns, another win. Those are both in Europe, by the way. But so it's not like the home or away advantage. I think they pick up 2 wins while they're on their Europe trip. Week 6 is a bye. Week 7, hosting the Eagles, that's a loss. Week 8 to the Chargers, that's a win. Week 9 in Detroit, loss. Week 10 to Baltimore, that's an upset. Vikings win at home. Week 11, hosting the Bears, another win. Week 12 in Lambeau, that's a loss. Week 13, Seattle, win. Week 14, Commanders at Minnesota. I'm going to say loss. Week 15, Cowboys win. Week 16, Giants win. Week 17, Lions. I'm going to say win. We trade 1-1 with the Lions. And week 18, hosting Green Bay. I think same thing, they'll trade. So either way, I got the Vikings 12-5 this year. We'll see how that goes. Moving on. Yeah, let's go to the Packers schedule. Week 1, they're hosting the Lions. The NFL, man. They do such a good job at putting together a schedule and everything like that. But yeah, anyways, Lions in Lambeau to start out week 1. I'm going to say loss Packers. Week 2, hosting the Commanders. Unfortunately, another loss. Sorry, Packers fans. Week 3, you guys will win on the road to Cleveland. Week 4, I'm going to say another win on the road in Dallas. You guys got a bye week, week 5. Week 6, Cincy. You guys, you'll win Cincy, I think, coming off the bye. I think you're going to be good there. Week 7, Cardinals win. Week 8, Steelers in Pittsburgh. I think you guys might lose that one. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Skol. Week 9, Carolina Panthers. That's a win. Week 10, losing at home to Philly. Remember, these are all just my predictions. We'll see how the real season goes. New York Giants, you guys are on the road in New York. That should be a win. Hosting the Vikings week 12. Like I said, you guys will likely trade 1-1, I think, but we'll call it both home wins. So you guys host my Vikings week 12. I think that's a win for you guys. Week 13 in Detroit, win for Detroit. Week 14, hosting the Bears. That's a win. Week 15 in Denver. I'm going to say Denver takes that. Week 16 in Chicago. I might say upset. You guys will lose on the road to Chicago. Week 17 hosting the Ravens. That's a tough Ravens team, man. I got to go Baltimore. And, of course, Week 18, you guys are in Minnesota. Like I said, we take our home wins. Packers are in Minnesota, so, Vikings are winning that one. Which brings us to 10-7 Packers. That's not horrible. I think, that's a really good fighting chance for, the NFC North is going to be pretty strong again this year. It was crazy what happened last year. Hopefully there's no wild card, 14-win wild card teams, but only time will tell. So, yeah, I got the Packers going 10-7 this year. Moving on, Chicago Bears. You guys won't like this. You guys are not going to be good still. I'm sorry. But week 1, like I said, that primetime game, the Vikings are winning. Monday nighter. Week 2, your guys are in Detroit. That's a loss. Week 3, hosting the Cowboys. I got to say a loss as well. Week 4, in Las Vegas. That's your first win. You guys go 1-3 going into the bye week, I think, beating the Raiders. After your bye week, you're in Washington. I think that's another loss. Week 7, the Saints. You guys will beat the Saints, I think. The Saints are probably lowest tier team in the whole NFL, I would say. I'd take the Panthers over them, to be honest. But moving on, Week 8, Baltimore Ravens, loss. Week 9, in Cincy, loss. Week 10, hosting the Giants. That could be a win. Week 11 in Minnesota, loss. Week 12 in Pittsburgh. Hosting Pittsburgh, sorry. I say you guys upset. You guys will beat the Steelers at home. Week 13, we got Friday at 2 p.m. I'm not sure. Why I'd saying Friday, but hey, maybe that's how the schedule is. I'm not sure. Either way, you're on the road in Philly, loss. Week 14 in Green Bay, loss. Week 15, the Browns, you're hosting. You'll beat Cleveland. Another loss in Week 16 to the Packers. Week 17 in San Fran, loss. And Week 18 hosting the Lions. I'm going to say loss. That's a generous 6 wins for the Bears this year. I have you guys going 6-11. Again, I'm being generous. This, I guess we'll see what Williams is doing, but based on what I'm seeing at training camp, it's not good look for you guys. But hey, only time will tell. This is, leave your comments down below what you guys think. If I'm not rage baiting, I swear these are just my predictions, my thoughts. All right, yeah. Well, last team in the NFC North, might as well, end on the Lions. I think they're going to take the division again this year, unfortunately. But I have them 13-4. And, yeah, let's go down the list here. Week 1, they're winning in Green Bay. Week 2, they're hosting the Bears. That's a win. Week 3, they're in Baltimore. I'm going to say loss. You guys lose to Baltimore week 3. Week 4, you're hosting the Browns. That's a win. Week 5, hosting the Bengals. That's a win. Week 6, in Kansas City. That's a win. Week 7, hosting the Bucks. You guys lose to the Bucks at home. I'm sorry. Moving on. Bye week, week 8. Week 9, you're hosting my Vikings. Like I said, 1-1 trade-off for that. You guys take the home game, I guess. So week 9, you guys win against my Vikings. Week 10, you're on the road in Washington. I think that's a win. Week 11, yeah, we got the Eagles. I'm saying you guys will upset Philly on the road. That's a win. Week 11. Week 12, hosting the Giants, win. Week 13, hosting the Packers. I'm going to say that's a loss, that back and forth. Week 14, hosting the Cowboys. That's a loss. You guys go back-to-back after that Packers upset. Week 15, you got LA. That's a win. Week 16, hosting the Steelers. Win. Week 17, that's what I'm excited for. That Christmas Day game. The Vikings are hosting that whiteout. Dub for the Vikings. And last but not least, Week 18 in Chicago. That should be a win again. So, yeah, like I said, I have you guys going 13-4. Hopefully that math checks out based on what I went through the schedule with. But, yeah, overall, I think the NFC North is going to be the strongest team in the league this year again. But, like I said, only time will tell. Be sure to leave your comments, your thoughts on if I'm just a mental patient. These are all just my thoughts. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye.